friends, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here live Sunday afternoon, and I am here to show you how to make a fun little Joy Christmas craft. So excited as we're entering into the week of Christmas. I am praying that each of you are just enjoying a time of family, a time of peace. And I think joy goes hand in hand with peace. So I'm just praying joy and blessings over your families this week. And so I actually have had this little blank that I'm going to use here for a while now. Couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do with it. And I thought, you know what? I am going to take time today to just craft a little joy into my home. So I wanted to share that with you. These are just things that I had on hand. Anytime that I'm out and about shopping for Ellie Grace's or for whatever reason, I always check out the craft section of wherever I'm at. And I found this little blank. I think I got this, yes, at Hobby Lobby. It was regularly priced $5.99. I got it for 50% off. So I try to catch the sales. And even though, for those of you who don't know me, Lois East with Ellie Grace's Attic, and we own a creative online company, and we take old treasures, give them new life with handcrafted love, and we primarily do that with wooden signs. I build them from scratch. Like I buy the lumber, prep the lumber, build the sign, paint it, all the things. But when I find things like this that are already done and they're on sale, I scoop them up, especially when they're 50% off. And I'll just buy a few to keep on hand, so when I feel the urge or the need to do a craft, sometimes like this one is going to be for my kitchen, but sometimes I give them away to you guys. Many of you have received or won Ellie Grace's signs or crafts, and I'm so thankful that you are on here watching, that you sprinkle the video to your friends and all the things, and that you participate with me in those things. That helps bring joy to my heart as well. So when I see these kinds of things, even though I could build it, I don't. I buy it, scoop it up, because it's just an easy, simple thing that you can decorate however your heart desires to spruce up your home. And for, let's see, $5.99, so it was $3. $3. And I had a couple of these on hand. So I am going to, like I said, I've had this for a while. I have some little letters that I had in my scrapbook stash. I have a J and a Y. And hey Kim Harvey, hey Jana. Thank y'all for hanging out with me on Sunday afternoon. I normally don't go live on Sundays, but I was just feeling it today. Just feeling the need to do something crafty. And I got my coffee to warm me up this afternoon. It's a chilly here. So I'm gonna go ahead and dismantle this. But anyway, thank you ladies for being here. Thank you for sprinkling the video. Y'all are so awesome. I'm so blessed by our little Ellie Grace's community. And then I get to the privilege of coming on here and doing crafty stuff and hanging out with my friends on a Sunday afternoon. So this has the little hangers already on it. But we're doing it this way. So I gotta make sure my hanger's in the right spot. Been there, done that. But I am going to put this to the side. I am not doing anything extra to this. It's whitewashed already. It's got a natural kind of gray tone on the frame. So I am leaving it just like this. I'm just gonna decorate the stuff that's gonna go on it. So the first thing we're gonna do is our letters. I'm gonna put this up here, out of the way. And I have a plastic cutting mat that I got years ago. This one's Creative Memories. That might date myself, but I used to scrapbook all the time. So, and this is very handy. If you don't have one of these, I recommend you get one. You can get them at Hobby, most anywhere they sell craft supplies you can find. It's just a cutting mat. It's a thick plastic mat. So you can like use a razor knife on it. I Mod Podge on it. I painted on it so you can see it. But you can use wax paper or newspaper, obviously, for painting. wax paper for glue, gluing on to protect your surface, but for cutting, I like this because you can it's not gonna scratch your tabletop. So I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna use my letters here, and I'm gonna cover them with some Mod Podge and some Christmas scrapbook paper. How cute is this? I've got red and white polka dots, and then we've got this. Isn't this precious? I don't even remember where I bought this. It was either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Probably Hobby Lobby because that's what I have closest to me. Although when I am in the area where they have a Michael's, I pop in there just because they have different runs of paper. So I try to get different stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take I think my J is gonna be the polka dots. So I'm gonna take it, I turned my paper upside down on the cutting mat. I'm gonna move this one out of the way. And I am going to, I gotta orient myself because I don't wanna glue it on backwards. So I'm gonna put my glue on the front of the J, and I'm gonna glue it down, and then we're gonna cut it out. This does actually have sticker on the back. It's a sticker, but we're gonna work on that. I've got my hot glue gun on too. We're gonna peel that off in a minute. But right now, I'm gonna take my Mod Podge here. I probably need a plate. See, this is what happens when you have impromptu ideas. You don't get all the stuff that you need. We're just winging it. So let me reach over here in the secret off-camera stash and grab a little plate. You can tell I need to wash these. This is what we do on Sunday afternoon. Let me see if I have a clean spot on here. That just came right out dry paint. I don't want to get like black paint or anything. Okay. I got one little well here we're gonna fill in with Mod Podge. Put that back over there. What are y'all doing this Sunday afternoon? Y'all talk to me. Tell me what y'all are up to. So I'm just dipping. I have a little sponge brush. I'm just dipping into the Mod Podge, and I am just going to, I'm actually going to move the paper. I don't want to waste any of the paper. So I'm going to just put a generous amount of Mod Podge onto my J. And then I'm gonna take my J and turn it, put the glue side down onto my paper. And then I'm just gonna press it. And I tried to get as close to the edge as possible so I can, when I cut around it, I've still got plenty of, I'm not wasting the paper. Like I didn't want to do it in the middle. So I still can utilize a lot of this paper if I want to use it in a scrapbook project or whatever. I'm gonna have to take off this backing. This was just like the film. It's old. These letters are super old, so it's not super sticky on the back. So I can go ahead and take that off. So I'm just pressing that down really good, and it's just gonna glue right to the back. And then we're gonna move over and do it with the Y on this paper. I tried to really, this has lots of words on it, so I tried to really think about where I was gonna put it, but I was like, that's too much pressure, so I'm just gonna stick it right here in the bottom corner. So I'm gonna get some Mod Podge on this as well. Make sure you get it. Don't be afraid to put lots of glue. It's totally okay. And then we're going to press this down onto our paper as close to the edges as possible again, so we're not wasting an excess amount of the paper. I'm just pressing down on my letter. Now you could totally, if you do not have a cutting pad like I do, you could put your letter down like this and trace, do it on the back so you don't have ink marks on the front. You can put it down just like I'm doing. Instead of gluing it at this level, you can get a pen or a pencil and trace it. Then cut out your letter with, cut the letter out on the paper with scissors, and then glue the paper onto the letter. Same process, if you don't have a handy dandy cutting mat. Okay, so I got it pretty much smoothed down. I'm gonna peel off this backing since it's not really sticky anymore. Okay, I'm gonna move this one over to let that dry fully, and I'm gonna bring back my J. And then right here, where you would cut this out with scissors, I've got a razor knife thing, cutting tool. You can also get this anywhere craft supplies are sold. This is very handy to have in your, what's the word? Is it repertoire? Y'all help me with words today. Have this tool in your craft arsenal. How about that? Or this weapon, whatever, I don't know. It could be a weapon. Have this tool in your craft stash because it's handy. There you go. I'm gonna stop talking for a minute and take a sip of coffee. Y'all, I'm telling you, the struggle with words is hard sometimes. Oh, Kim Harvey is making fudge. Oh, what kind of fudge, Kim? Tell us. Oh man, now my mouth's watering. All right, so now I'm gonna take my razor tool and I'm gonna cut out around the letter and cut it out. Kim said, how about a bag of tricks? Thank you, Kim. Y'all always help me when I don't have the words. So I'm just applying some light pressure and cutting, just basically tracing around the letter with the blade. And there may still be some trimming needed when I'm finished, and that's okay. I'm also gonna hit it with a little sanding block too, and that'll help take off some of the excess. But this little tool is just handy dandy, can I tell you, for lots of crafts. Lots of crafts. I've used it for so many projects, and in fact, it unscrews at the end. It's been a while since I did this. And there used to be, there's not anymore, wait. Used to be extra, it came with extra blades. So there's not anymore because it's about 20 years old. Anyway, they come with extra blades. Peanut butter and chocolate fudge, oh my word. Can you please like overnight some of that to me? That sounds amazing. We are making, we don't really, just because we don't need it, and if I baked it, we would eat it. We don't really do a lot of Christmas baking. Do any of you other ladies on here bake? If not, if so, share with us what you baked. We do Christmas cookies, the traditional sugar cookies. We love, we always do those cutouts with the kids. And that's one of our traditions. But this year, we're gonna do just a few of those. And we're gonna also, I found a kit, y'all, at Big Lots. I kid you not. It was $5. I shared it in my Insta stories the other day. It was a $5 kit. It was with the gingerbread houses, and it was called Ninja Bread. And it was it's gingerbread cookie mix, but it was Ninja cookie cutters. So cute. And I thought the little boy will love this. So we're doing that this year, in addition to just a handful of the sugar cookies. Because the kit, I think, makes a dozen, and that's plenty. But we're also making sweetened saltines, also known in our family as Christmas crack, because it's so hard to just eat a little bit of. It's where you take the saltines and you caramelized brown sugar and butter. Pour it over the, you put the saltines, line them in a cookie sheet, pour the sugar and butter over the top of it, and you bake that. It gets all ooey gooey and bubbly and gets all into the saltines, and then pull it out of the oven while it's still hot. You sprinkle chocolate chips all over it and put that back in for just a little bit and let that melt. And then you simply take it out. You let it cool for a few minutes on the counter, and then you flash freeze it in the freezer, and it hardens up and you just break it apart. It's like, I can't even describe it. It's divine. It's almost sinful, I'm telling y'all. Okay, I probably should be cutting while I'm talking instead of just talking. Kim got me really, man, I'm just dreaming about fudge now. Thanks, Kim. Be really careful if you are using a razor blade, because in the little nooks and crannies, just be mindful of your fingers. Been there, done that. And again, it's okay if it's if you're not perfect, because you can trim afterwards. And then we're gonna also, like I said, hit it with a sanding block. Okay, I see a couple of spots. And I just had to peek at it. There were some spots I didn't press firm enough to cut out. I just need to hit again, because I'm trying to cut as close to the J as possible. So you might just have to go back over certain spots just a little bit to cut through. And see, it just kind of pops out. You could do this. You don't have to have scrapbook paper. Let me just, because I say use what you have on hand. Maybe you don't have scrapbook paper, but maybe you have some wrapping paper. Maybe you have some old wrapping paper that you love, but it's not enough to wrap a gift with. Or make some letters with it. Maybe you don't have little cardboard letters in your scrapbook stash like I did, but maybe you have an old box. And if you have a printer, Microsoft Word, just go type JLY in your favorite font. Make it whatever size you want. Print it out. Trace it onto your cardboard with carbon paper or some, you can take your paper that you print out and on the back of it, do a pencil and then turn it over and trace, it'll transfer the lead onto your cardboard and cut out your cardboard letter and then glue your wrapping paper onto that. There's lots of ways you can do this. See how cute that turned out? There's our J. And I'm gonna do my little sanding block. I almost lost it. I have a little sanding block, and I'm just gonna kind of scrape the edges, and what that's gonna do is it's going to put a nice little distressed look on it, but it's also going to peel off any little extra hangy, straggly pieces that might be, hanging on from going through the cutting process. So I'm just gently kind of rubbing that along the edge, the outline of my J. It might be kind of hard. You got to kind of put the corner in there in those little tight spots. And it's okay. I like rusted farmhouse look, so this is playing right into that. If you didn't want to do that, if you maybe wanted to get the edges off, and then take an ink pad or a Sharpie and kind of drag it along the edge to get a black outline. That would be cute too. So there, you see it just put a nice little distressed look along the edge. So that's gonna be our first letter, J. We'll put that in there. So see, I just kind of laid it in there right now. We're gonna come back to it. And now we're gonna cut out our Y. Kim, are you baking anything else besides peanut butter and chocolate fudge that's making me hungry? Is anybody else baking today? We actually, it's chilly outside, but we grilled on our back porch. We are blessed to have the grill right there on the back porch, and we grilled some venison and sauteed some broccoli, and that was our lunch. So I'm feeling like I was good for lunch, so I should be able to have fudge, Kim Harvey. Just saying. All right, I'm gonna try to see if I can get the Y a little bit quicker than, well, I kind of balled up right there because I had glue, so my blade stuck a little bit. I had a spot over my stove, and I kept feeling like that spot needs something. But what can go there, because it is a narrow space between my hood and the top of the counter. The counter kind of curves up like that. So I needed a more, a narrow space. So this little sign is gonna be perfect right there. So I can't wait to get it hung up and take a picture. And this is just super easy. It's like, I was like, I need something, what do I do? And it's so awesome to be able to just like think, okay, what do I have that I can turn into something cute that I can put there that really doesn't cost any money, you know? And that's always a good feeling, because once, if this turns out as cute as it is in my mind, then once I get it finished, you're gonna be like, what? There's nothing like, oh man, I feel like that if I'd have bought that at the store, it would have been so much more expensive than the, 3, papers. This paper's like 50, 60 cents, so $5. Let's call it 5. We'll just round up. And if we'd have bought this project finished in the store, yeah, it would have been way more than the $5. All right, so here we are. We're going around the little curves. Those can be tricky. So again, watch your fingers. So we talked about baking. If y'all are on here live or even in the replay, what are your plans for Christmas? Do you have a big gathering? Are you hoping it's nice and quiet? Do you have family coming, or are you going? Is it just gonna be you and your spouse? This year, we will have a quieter Christmas. We are actually going to my in-laws for lunch, which we're excited about. And we will see our youngest 2 children that day. But then the rest of the day, it will just be us. And you know what? We're in that season of life where that's okay. We're excited about the time together. All right, let's see if I can get this one out. This one had a few more corners than the J. I think I'm gonna, here we go. Cute, cute, cute. This is what we have right now. You can see I'm gonna need to trim it up just a little bit. So I'm gonna move my excess over here, all that extra paper, and see, by doing the corner, see, we still have all that left that we can use. So I'm just gonna trim a few of these with the razor knife. I'm excited too about the new year coming up. We have so many new things we're planning to do with Ellie Grace's Attic for you guys. We are vamping up our Craft and Chow subscription, monthly subscription box. We've got some fun new things coming with that we're excited about. If you guys have been interested in Craft and Chow, now is the time to join. You can jump in, right now you can jump in at any month. And we will be excited to have you. Okay, I think I got the bulk of it off. Where's my lid? Here's my lid. Lost my lid. It's important to always put the lid back on this. You do not want to place this without the lid in your thing. That can be painful. So I'm going to put that up right now. And I'm going to take my sanding pad and we're just going to kind of do the same thing with the Y that we did with the J. We're just going to lightly brush along the edge to kind of get off any little stragglers of paper, and just to kind of give it that little distressing that we like, not so much. Might have to bend it just a little bit to get some of that in there, to get in the crevices. Almost done. This is a really simple craft. Comes together really quickly. The longest part was just cutting out those letters. But anyway, back to Craft and Chow. If you're interested, if you've been thinking about a monthly subscription box, we would love for you to check out Craft and Chow. It's so much fun. It's $40 a month. And for that $40, that includes your shipping. You get a box of basic supplies to complete the project of the month. And we try to do, we try to do different techniques each month, as well as the project is typically seasonal. So like in February, we're doing something that's Valentine-y. For December, like this month, we did a nativity scene, but we used a different painting technique. So we try to learn new techniques as well as do different projects. But you get those basic supplies for that project delivered right to your door, or if it's a gift, to whoever your gift recipient is. And it has written instructions with it, so if you want to do it on your own time, you can. The directions are very detailed. There's a picture with it. Super easy to do. Also, the chow part, you get one of our family recipes, a snack recipe, one of our favorite snacks from our family journal, because anytime you craft, you gotta have either some kind of yummy beverage or a snack, because that just makes you more productive, right? As I sip my coffee. So you get that recipe to make for your own family or for your crafting group or for yourself. And you also get access to our private Facebook group where we do all kind of tips and tricks. There's videos in there of different techniques that you can do in your crafting. We share our pictures of our crafts in there, just different things. You also get access to our Zoom class. I call it a class, it's really craft night, where you're crafting with me via Zoom. We do the project together. And then that, if you miss that, that video is always posted in our private Facebook group. Plus you get a discount for being a Craft and Chow member over in the Ellie Grace's shop. So if you choose to shop with us, that discount is active for the lifetime of your membership. All right. I think we about got all the extras off. So this is our Y. Isn't that cute? I think you can make out probably part of peace, part of Christmas. It came out cute. So it looks vintagey. So we're gonna put that on our sign. So we're gonna hot glue these down in a minute, but this is what we're going for. okay? And we're about to do the O in the middle. So I'm gonna move my cutting mat out of the way, kind of brush off our area, and we're gonna put this down. Now for our O, I didn't have an O, but what I did have was some greenery. So we're gonna make an O with this, and I like a little Christmas wreath. So the first trick is to find the end of it. And let me see, I'm gonna grab some pliers here that are like wire cutters in the middle. And I am going to kind of just put it in here and see, kind of just working on size. And I want to wrap it around a few times, I think, just to kind of give it more of the Christmas wreath look. And I'm going to cut it right here towards the top. I'm going to move this to the side. So all I did was wrap this around about, this is the top, this is where my ends are at. So I just made it into an O, and my ends are right here where I'm grabbing. And what I'm going to do to secure that, I'm going to take some twine, some simple twine. We find the end of that. And I'm going to cut a lengthy piece, or a longer than needed piece, I should say. And I'll cut off the excess if I need to. So I'm just going to wrap that around this center a few times, okay? And I'm going to hold it. I'm going to take this side and wrap it around a couple of times. And then I am going to tie a good little knot right there, maybe. I'll do it right. All right, and I am going to attempt to tie a little bow in this. I don't want a big overstated bow. I just want a simple little bow with the twine. Just want it to kind of look a little rustic, a little country. I'm going to trim my twine. So this is our O. It's just a simple little greenery wreath with a twine bow in the top. Super simple. So now I'm just going to kind of place it in the middle there. And so now we have all our letters on here, and we're going to hot glue it. It's that simple. So I'm going to kind of gauge where I want them to be and make sure, yeah, I'm still got the right way going here. Okay, so I've kind of got them lined out where I want them, and now I'm just going to hot glue them. That simple. So I'm just going to line, doesn't have to be a super lot. Hot glue, be careful. I'm just kind of lining the back with the hot glue, and I'm going to flip it over and kind of pray that I put it back in the right spot. Cute. I'm going to press it down. Right there. All right, I'm going to do the J and the Y first, and then come back and do that O last. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I know Sunday afternoons are family time. We're just having a quiet, kind of lazy Sunday. And like I said, I was piddling, and I was like, I need something right there. I think I'm going to go just craft something with my friends real quick and take care of this empty spot that I had above my stove that needed just a little Christmas joy. So this is our Y. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking cute, y'all. This is cute. Don't forget, if you don't have the same things I did, you can do those alternatives. You could use cardboard with a design that you print on Microsoft Word or whatever program you have at home. You can draw letters onto cardboard, however, and cut them out and cover them in wrapping paper and do something very similar to this. You could use live greenery instead of the fake that I had. Or you could even cut out your O with the cardboard and cover it with the wrapping paper. There's lots of ways you can make this cute little design your own. Now the greenery kind of goes a little bit over, and that's cool because that to me just looks more natural. I'll pop a little bit of hot glue here at the bottom. Be careful because hot glue is hot. I know I've said that before, yet I always tend to burn myself. Okay, I just put the hot glue at the top and at the bottom. That kind of leaves these to, gives a little bit of movement on the side. So it gives a little bit more dimension. Hold on, y'all, I broke my hot glue gun the other day. I dropped it, so I have to manhandle it with 2 hands. It still works. It's just very precarious. You gotta be careful with it. Okay, y'all, this is pretty stinking cute, if I do say so myself. I'm just adjusting just a little bit. I feel like, okay, so cute. Okay, are y'all ready for this cuteness? Look at that joy. So we had, thank you, Kim Harvey. I had this frame. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was $5.99. I got it on, if you watch, really, Hobby Lobby especially, they run sales all the time. So if you catch it right, it is worth it to snap these up when they're half off. Just get you a couple. You never know. When the urge, just get a couple, put them in your closet. When you get the urge to make something, there's about 2 million things you can do with this. But today I needed a rectangle sign, just a small one like this, for a specific area. And so I took some old cardboard letters that I had in my scrapbook stash, covered them with some Christmas colored scrapbook paper. Again, you can use wrapping paper. And then for the O, we did just some greenery into a circle. That simple. And we have this super cute joy sign that we're gonna hang. I'll post a finished picture later. So I hope this brought you a little Christmas joy today, wherever you are. Hope it inspires you to make something crafty. I feel like I need to go find some fudge now that Kim has made me super hungry for fudge. Even though I don't need fudge, but it sounds delicious. You're gonna have to post a picture on here for us, Kim, so we can all see your fudge. And I hope it turns out too. I know you have to have, don't you have to have the right type of weather to make fudge? Or maybe that's divinity. My grandma used to make divinity, and I remember she would just fuss if the weather was not right for her divinity. Anyway, oh, okay, Kim, I'm gonna hold you to that. She said she's gonna send me some fudge. Anyway, Merry Christmas. I think I may have one more Christmas craft to share with you guys before the actual big day. So that'll probably be next week though, when the little gets out on Christmas vacation. So I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and be blessed. See you soon. Bye. Peace.